Hey everybody, Tim here from the Whiskey Geeks with another neck pour sessions for you. Today, I am trying out this Kaiyo whiskey from Japan. It's a Japanese blend. It's a full cask strength though, so this is the Kaiyō Cask Strength whiskey, fully aged in Mizunara Oak, which is why I picked this bottle up. So I'm super excited to give this a try. It's been kind of sitting in my glass for a couple minutes. I'm just going to let it air out, if you will, and breathe a little bit before I really get into the nose. But real quickly, if you don't know about Mizunara Oak, super expensive barrels. They're really rare. The trees have to be at least 200 years old before you can actually cut them down to make barrels. They're also super knotty and they don't grow straight like traditional American or European oak trees, which is why the Mizunara Oak barrels are so expensive and why you don't see them used a whole lot in whiskey. So I first tried a Mizunara Oak whiskey. There was the Chivas Regal did a blend that they finished in Mizunara. I really liked it. I really like oaky flavors in both whiskey and like wine. I like a really oaky wine. So getting that kind of just straight up oak flavor on the Chivas was really nice. So that's why I picked this up. So I'm located in Ontario. This is really hard to get. The last I checked on the LCBO's website, there was only 4 of them left in the Toronto area, and it was pretty pricey at the LCBO. It's about $187. I actually got this from a shop out in Alberta. Shout outs to Craft Sellers. They're an amazing shop in Calgary, Alberta. So I picked this up for about $150 out there. There's still some out there, so you can go to Craft Sellers and check it out if you're in Alberta, or if you can get it from them, ship it to you. But that's where I picked this up. So I'm gonna dive right in here and see what I am getting in this whiskey. Of course, Whiskey Geeks Glencairn, they are available if you want. Reach out to us. We can ship one directly to you, and you can join the Whiskey Geek tribe, I guess you will, or troop or group, and you can share a dram with us in the glass. So right away, wow, it's just oaky. That's really interesting. You definitely get the Mizunara Oak right on the nose. It's almost, there's a bit of sweetness to it as well, but you're almost getting, this is really weird, but if you've ever been in like a sawmill or not a sauna, because it's not like, you don't get cedar, but like just like damp wood, or walking through a forest after it's rained and you just get all that like wet kind of wood. It's really oaky on the nose, which again, for me, I really like that. But it's a really interesting nose. It's sweet. It's like woody, but you don't, it's not like vegetal, you know. Sometimes you get some whiskeys that are like earthy and have like a herbaceous or vegetal note to it. You don't really get that. It's just straight up oak all the way around. But we should try a sip, shouldn't we, and see how it tastes. It's for a 53% cask strength whiskey. It doesn't punch you in the face. It's surprisingly smooth. Taste-wise as well, you just get a lot of that oak. A lot of oak and some sweetness in there, like some vanilla as well. There's not really any fruit notes. There's like, you can probably pull out some fruit notes, but nothing too distinguished. It's not like cherries or strawberry or apple or anything like that. You don't get anything like that, but there is a sweetness to it, but it's pretty straight up and down oak. If you want to know what Mizunara Oak tastes like, pick up this bottle, because this is it's pretty much an oak whiskey. It's not bad though. It's pretty good. It's really smooth. Really smooth. It's not really complex though, which is a little disappointing. Maybe it'll get a little bit more complex. Again, we're doing this like neck pours, right? So I just cracked this, and sometimes as they breathe and as they age a bit in the bottle, you do get a little bit more. I'm not going to put water on this as well, just because I don't like doing those for these sessions. So but yeah. Oh, and on that second sip, there's a little bit more vanilla sweetness, vanilla sugary sweetness coming through. And there's a bit of citrus in the finish too, actually, now that I've kind of gotten a couple sips in. It's almost like an orange peel or a zest on the finish. So a little bit little bit citrusy on the end too. You know what? All in all, didn't wow me as much as I was hoping. It's a little pricey, I think, for that $150 if you can get it for that price point. There's probably better ones that you can get that are a little bit more complex, but for something different, you know, for those of us who drink a lot of Scotch or rye, getting something, you know, from Japan on the in the collection is actually pretty good. So score wise, you know, I probably would put it at a 7.75, 75, 70, around that. The price point is getting me a little bit, so I might drop that down a bit, but around 6.5, 7 out of 10, I'll put that at. So very enjoyable. I'll probably pour a second one and enjoy it. And who knows, you might see a full review and pairing with a comic book, because that's what we do here at the Whiskey Geeks. With this Mizunara cask, I think we do have a book that we were thinking about pairing with this. We're gonna have to have a couple drams and see if we still think that works. So thanks so much for checking this out, folks. Please go to thewhiskeygeeks.com. You can see our official pairings. We've got articles, we've got intro to whiskey, intro to comics, podcast as well that we do every other week. So make sure that you're doing that, subscribing to the YouTube channel, find us on Instagram, shoot us an email, thewhiskeygeeks@gmail.com. All this stuff will be scrolling below me as I just ramble on. So thanks so much, everybody. This has been the neck pour sessions for the Kaiyō Cask Strength Mizunara Oak whiskey. So a decent dram. It's really good. It's nice and smooth. And we will see you next time. And remember, Scotch and stories were made for each other. Cheers.